From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is the National Football League. Jalen Hurts and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Jaden Daniels and the Buffalo Bills.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Kicker Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To the air goes Daniels. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 2nd down, a run with Garendo. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Daniels looking to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On first down, here's Daniels to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw is Daniels. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mac Hollins from 10 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Steps away. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Let's go. Cowboys!
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Daniels now to throw on first down. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Daniels. Setting up the screen for Cook. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Just like that. 58 for Mike. 58.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Sam Laporta from 10 yards out. And the 49ers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
An extra point try now for Moody. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Samuel in motion. On 2nd down, Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain.
Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Quentin Morris, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a fight.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the Niners down 17-14, 57 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
To about the 26 here.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A gain of 3, second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. This is Coleman with the ground. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down.
Looking to throw. Daniels. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, it's Daniels.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
A first down throw for Daniels.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Remember, again, a touchdown wouldn't win it just yet, but it can give him a big leg up. It's second down.
Back to throw. Daniels looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Cook. And he is into the end zone. They accomplish what they set out to do as they will take the lead here in overtime.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Bass on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
2nd and 10. Hurts going to keep it running right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Hurts fumbles it.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
So it's a win here for the Bills, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.